Throughout Overwatch League competition, we have seen teams continuously adapt and look for every possible advantage they can get, no matter how small. In this video, we will be highlighting a couple of these microplays that, whether through skill, luck, or even a combination of the two, might go unnoticed in the heat of the moment, but nevertheless deserve their moment in the spotlight. With the map score tied up 1-1 for the Hunters and the Excelsior, it came down to Temple of Anubis as the critical third map that would give one team the lead and set this playoff series at match point. Following a few exchanges as the NYXL try to contest point B, Haxel manages to make his way into the enemy backline, flanking through the unguarded left corridor to get a critical hack onto the Hunter's Mercy. Rendered unable to evade with Guardian Angel, Haxel unloads his clip and is assisted by Nano's Winston, who jumps in and zaps the Mercy into oblivion. With his job done and taking some significant damage, Haxel translocates away to safety before returning to the fray shortly after, and getting another key hack off from above the pillar, this time onto Elsa's Diva. Rendering her mechless and without a means to escape, the NYXL swiftly take out the enemy Diva before she had a chance to use her self-destruct, effectively allowing them to maintain pressure without giving the Hunters room to reset and breathe. What happens next though is probably Haxel's crowning play of the map, if not the entire series. One that most people, and perhaps even Haxel himself, may not have noticed given the chaotic nature of the fight. At the same time that Jinmu was planning to use his EMP to fend off the NYXL push and give his team some breathing room, Haxel, who also had his own EMP on hand, had a similar idea, but used his to seal the fate of the Hunters. Just as Jinmu turned the corner and jumped to ult, Haxel was just a split second faster in taking the initiative and gets a clutch deny as his EMP goes off at the perfect moment to cancel Jinmu's ult mid-cast. With their Wrecking Ball hacked, their EMP having been negated and left with only a self-destruct, the Hunters quickly lose control of both the point and the round to the NYXL. While we would later see more EMP versus EMP cancels in the following week, we felt like Haxel's Sombra play, which many may have overlooked, was worth highlighting. While Haxel may have had some great moments against the Hunters, when it came time to play against Seoul in the loser bracket semifinals, we saw another clutch EMP deny, but this time made against him by the Dynasty, made possible by a combination of situational awareness and great communication. Down one map, the series headed to Nimbani with Excelsior first to defend, with a round starting off with a pick from Prophet's Ash onto Haxel, a couple of bad fights in narrow corridors, and a great hook and sleep dart combo to deny a nano-boosted Nano. The Dynasty seize control of the objective and quickly build up capture percentage. Despite things initially going into the Dynasty's favor, the NYXL here still have a chance at turning things around, and forcing the disruptive style of teamfight that their comp is designed for. Now that they finally have their EMP, Primal Rage, and Valkyrie online, as well as self-destruct almost charged up. After seeing Fitz commit his EMP into the backroom and losing only Nano, the NYXL know that now is the time to retaliate, and attempt to have Haxel flank into the middle of the square for an optimal EMP that would hit all of the key targets. In most situations, the NYXL would have been able to reverse the momentum of the map with a cleanup fight following Haxel's EMP, but Fitz, who is fully aware of Haxel's presence and intention to ult, makes the hero play. Fully aware of what Haxel is trying to do, he holds down Hack so that he can immediately snap to Haxel the moment he appears. EMP has a faster cast time than Hack, but cannot be used until Sombra has decloaked, which buys Fitz just enough time to get his hack off, cancelling Haxel's EMP mid-animation. Had Haxel opted to decloak outside of Fitz's vision, he may have hit less targets, but would have been able to successfully use his ultimate. But instead he went for the all-or-nothing play, attempting to ult the entire team. With their EMP totally wasted and failing to get any value, the NYXL are cleaned up with the payload going to the Dynasty, with an ample amount of time for the Streets phase.
Haxel, by the way, hacked out of his EMP in animation, if I saw that correctly, so no value.
Oh, I believe you're right.
Totally wasted, unfortunately, so great catch there by Fitz.
Whether it's a Nano Blade multi-kill from Haxel or powering up DK Zarya to clean up a fight, Nano Boost's offensive power is what's often featured in highlight reels. But one should never discount the importance of this ultimate's damage reduction buff when it comes to pulling off clutch plays. After 4 minutes into Lijiang Tower's night market, it doesn't take an owl-level team to know that by this late into the map, Tuba's Pharah almost certainly has Rocket Barrage ready. Therefore, the onus is on the Paris' McCree to shoot Tuba out of the skies before Justice could rain down from above and potentially lose both the next fight and the map. Protected by Ben Best's barrier, Soon activates a Deadeye in response to seeing Tuba soaring into the air above the Eternal. Soon's ult activation is immediately followed up by a nano boost from Fueler's Ana, boosting the McCree's damage and cutting down the channel time needed to take down a 200 health target like Pharah. Without any means to escape Soon's sightline and a Rhine barrier in the way, Tuba's death looked to be guaranteed. But just as Soon fires off his Deadeye, Aimgod, who wasn't about to let his teammate fall just yet, manages to come in clutch with a counter nano that halves what would have been a fatal 304 points of damage, keeping the Justice's Pharah alive and flying with just 48 health. Despite failing to make the pick with Deadeye, Soon, while still nano boosted, heads into the garden hoping to finish what he started with the low health Pharah. However, it is Soon who actually ends up almost dying, and narrowly retreats with his life as Tuba unleashes his rocket barrage into the confined space, which Hanbin fails to fully block with Defense Matrix, after accidentally overshooting with his rocket boosters. With the Justice's Pharah somehow still alive at low health and things not working out as they would have hoped, the Eternal tunnel vision a bit with more members entering the fray. Ben Best boldly tries to clean up the Pharah kill with a fire strike but gets denied by a Zarya bubble. And now with his barrier already broken, he finds himself eating the remainder of the rocket barrage channel before falling to 65 health, and getting eliminated by Janu upon backing off. Down a Reinhardt, and with their players split, the Eternal have no choice but to retreat and regroup after already committing too many resources in a failed attempt to take out Tuba's Pharah. All thanks to a clutch nano boost save and some coordinated Pharah pocketing, the Justice are now able to flip the point and eventually take the map, before proceeding to later close out the series in a dominant 3-0 fashion.
Because more shatters that are uncounterable essentially could be a big thing. Tuba, oh, he's able to get away with that one. Somehow the nano boost damage reduction prevents him from dying to the Deadeye. Soon thought he had it dead to right. That was not the case. Ben Best is removed. Soon now has no shield to hide behind, and all of the Eternal will be forced back as their centerpiece is brought to his knees.
Did you see how much they invested in Tuba there? Nano boost, bubble, the Mercy pocket, just to keep him up there through the barrage. But now the barrage, it allows them to walk onto the point. They get one player, and then they are able to take the point back.
This video was made possible by our wonderful patrons. A huge thank you to everybody on this list, and shout out to Arknox, Sammy, Shampoo, Weeaboo, Nathan, Nate, and Ma for being platinum supporters. And as always, a special shout out to Rafi for being our diamond supporter. Thank you so much, guys. If you also want to support our channel and unlock perks, check out the Patreon link in the description below, or become a member of our Discord community. If you want to help us out in a different way, leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell to stay up to date is also appreciated. My name's Nikita, and thank you for watching.